Hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel, and today I'm just going to take a look at Synthmaster One. I've had it for about a couple weeks now, and I'm loving that app. It sounds really awesome. But instead of going through a fully in-depth tutorial, I thought I would just break it out into maybe several tutorials throughout the coming weeks and months when I get time to do these. And today I'm going to dive in on how to create some nice sub 808 kind of style bass. So let's get started. Alright, so we're diving into Synthmaster One here and going to create an 808 style bass. I've already created one, so let's just browse to my name. I've sent them an email. There's a little bank issue with this. So that's one I've created. That's another one, a little bit more dirty and gritty. And so basically what a kind of the 808 style kick is, or bass, it's a sine wave that has a little bit of a pitch on the oscillator. It kind of pitches it up and kind of gives it that punch, and you can control that punch. And I guess the difference between like creating your own kind of 808 style bass as opposed to doing one from a sample that you have is you get a little bit more control in shaping it, you know, exactly how you want that sound. And you can also, you know, you don't have to worry about any kind of resampling if you take, you know, just a simple one sample and then you put it in like Beatmaker or you know any other app that will allow you to play a sample across the keyboard. You know, you can get some artifacts. Now that sometimes that is a good thing, and that's the sound you're trying to get at. So you could create this in whatever key you're in and then pitch it up and down from that point. But it's still a good practice, and this is one of the things that I've kind of learned is pick a sound and try to design it in as many different synthesizer apps as you have. And in doing so, you will start to definitely learn more on how to control and how to kind of shape and create your own sounds. Okay, so without further ado, I went to click up here at the top where it says new preset, hit initialize preset, and now we have just a basic sine, or probably is like a saw wave or something. So I want to choose sine wave, so you just click over here and where it says waveform, I'm on oscillator 1. Click in the waveform, hit sine, and that's going to give you this. Now you got a couple options here. I can either transpose my keyboard down, or if I want to keep it on like middle C, I can just bring the octave down twice, and that's going to bring that down. So now we have a pretty low sounding bass here. Let me turn the volume up just a little bit. And so next thing you can do is you can turn the sub on to get a little bit more. So that's the, you know, kind of the basis that we're going to work with. So now what we want to do is we want to kind of modulate that wave to give it a kind of a pitch. And how we're going to do that is use modulation envelope 1. We're going to bring the attack down over here. We're going to bring just everything down at the moment. Make it one shot if we want to. We'll explore that later. But you have this right here. You have mod matrix. And this is where you can all your modulation stuff that you can do to kind of modulate. And so that's what we're going to do. And so you got two ways to do it, which I really like that they've kind of incorporated this. I can go here, I can go envelopes, I can go mod 1, and then that's the source, and so that's what's going to be modulating. And then I can go target, oscillator 1, pitch. Okay, so that's that's one way to add in modulation. And so we got to actually tell it, because right now it's at 0 out, so it's not going to do nothing. But as we turn this up, it's still not doing anything because we need to bring the delay up. So as you can hear, as we bring the delay up, it starts getting a little more punchy. You know, we don't want it crazy punch, but and this is where you can, it's really good, I think, to create your own because and I really love this. Each of the attack, delay, and release have their own curve. So you can have it kind of more of a slope, or you can have it fall off quickly. Falling off quickly is best for this type of sound. And then with the attack, you can have it. And so now we've got just, I mean, this is pretty much, I mean, we could be done from here if you just wanted like a clean sub bass. You know, you can adjust this how you want to. But one thing you can also do is you can, up here on the amp envelope, you can roll off some of that punchiness if you don't want it. And you can keep playing with that. We can also adjust the curve of the release if you want kind of the longer release. And another thing we need to do is come up here and have this to mono, so that way we don't get overlapping notes. And so we got a little bit of a click there, which is caused by the punch, but if we don't want it quite that clicky, you know, we can start adjusting that out. Okay, so what else can we do? We can add a filter. And that filter really just gives it some of that low. You can definitely bring the whole overall level up and adjust the cutoff. Yeah, the resonance, you know, depending on what you want. And you got different types of filters that you want, that you can play around with. Okay, so now we can add in some effects if we want to. And so let's just, do I have like I have a vocoder, equalizer. I don't have really like a, I guess I can do distortion here. Let's turn the distortion on. So if you want like a dirty, have it a lot more dirty bass. You can always bring that back up if you want more of a kick. And if you want it more of a choppy kind of thing, you can bring that release down. Let's see. That's really all I've modulated. I could, you know, I could go in and modulate some more stuff if I wanted to. if I wanted to modulate the cutoff, another way to add modulation is to click mod envelope, and I can just drag this if I want to the cutoff. It should. Why didn't it let me do the cutoff? Let's see. Mod 1, filter 1, cutoff. Clear modulation. So if you want it faint, or if you want a little more punch, that's it. If you want to kind of EQ it out, boost the bass up a little bit, you can very well do that. You can compress it, add a little bit of reverb if you want to. Turn that mix down. And there you have it. That is a pretty easy, pretty nice little sub. If you want to add a little more, higher harmonic character to it, we can do that. We can do like a, get like a wavetable here, and turn oscillator 2 on. Let's turn volume down on this. Oops, and the sub here. Okay, so we got that going on. Don't add a whole lot, but definitely got that. But then and if you kind of want to make use an LFO to kind of go through the index of the file here, I'll show you what that sounds like. So it's just kind of filtering through the wavetable here when I add in. So it's just, kind of broadening the sound out and just, just adding, your own little character or flair to it. There you have it. So there's a quick little 808 bass that you can definitely customize. And if you wanted to just import or export one sample out of this, you can just pick whatever key you're working on, get a good sample, then import that into like BeatMaker or whatever, and then you could pitch that across the board, and that will that'll work as well. But this is really just you can just really dive in and create your own custom sounds, which is I've really enjoyed doing over the past little bit. So next thing you just need to save it. So save preset as. Now I have a bank that I created and it's got stuff in it, but for whatever reason it's not showing up. I have emailed the developers and hopefully maybe they'll get that part fixed. So I'm just going to name this one 808-3, and then boom, and then I can go to the browser, and you know, because I don't have the banks here, it is showing up as my name. I can go to the about, and it's saying Mitch, but my first name is Guy. So here in the attributes of the sounds, you could go in here and you could change. Maybe I need to, what if I just change the tad of that, and this would be a bass and drums. I guess I need to save it, don't I? TAD, return, save. Yes, there it goes. So now it showed back up, but for whatever reason, whenever you add it in there, it doesn't take the bank. So, but you can go in here and add the bank, and that will work. So there's another little tip. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful, and you learned a little bit of something. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit the little subscription button. Make sure you tap that little bell icon so that you'll get notified when I get a chance to upload more videos. And that's it. So I will talk to you guys later.